What's up guys, Bomboy here, and as you can see I'm mining this week. It's a continuation from last week and it's a very long grind, so do bear with me. There is some interesting stuff in this video, but you will have to wait a little bit later to see that. But as always, as I do in the beginning of my videos, I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed, who liked the videos, who left a comment. I do love it all, and obviously it helps a lot with motivation. Not that I need a great deal with RuneScape, but I do want to say thank you. And if you do feel like subscribing, if you're new here, please do. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you disliked it, do give it a thumbs down. Please let me know why, and I'll see if I can do better for you next time, basically. But yeah, so continuing on from last week, I'm still on the grind to get to amethyst mining, basically. So amethyst mining can be unlocked at level 92, which means that you can actually boost to it from level 89. Mining, obviously, and with the dragon pickaxe I can boost 3 levels when I use the spec. So my goal here is to get to 89 mining temporarily and mine a few amethyst, and then from then on I will make amethyst arrows which I can use for raids with the T-bow that I received 2 weeks ago or so. So yeah, let's see how that goes. We'll just kind of get the first level to kick us off here, and then we'll get you into the rest of the video with a little bit of RNG, mostly other people's, and a little bit of quite exciting content. And there we go, it's 86 mining coming in. So yeah, we are now, still less than halfway through the XP from the original goal of like 80 mining to 92. It's an incredibly long grind. I may have mentioned last video it was about 120 hours. It's extreme. Anyway, here's an elite and a master that I had saved up. These were from mining actually. So I got pretty much all of the clues for the master from mining. It was a lot of mining, as you can guess. But again, as usual, I'm getting quite useful items, but they're nothing really unique and super exciting, sadly, this time. But the Wines of Zamorak I have run out of, and I can't really be bothered to go kill any Calphite Queen or anything, so they're handy, nearly 50 of them, it's pretty good. So to give you an extent of the idea of the length of this mining grind, what I was doing at first was, in the previous video, was maybe getting like 150k mining XP a day, maybe 200k, there's level 87 by the way, and then, I got into this week's video, or this kind of bi-weekly video, and I realised I needed to up those XP gains massively. So now I'm mining on mobile any opportunity I get. I was neglecting other sides of things in order to get 200 to 250k XP a day. There's 88 mining, and so it was getting to the point where actually I got some of these levels in one day, but now you can just see there I looked over the level XP to level and it was 450k. That level I got in one day. I went extreme. So this is to get level 89, and this was over a Sunday, and I wanted to have almost the entire week to try and raid and get a good item. I wanted to get the Dexterous Prayer Scroll in order to have something exciting for this video and to allow me to move on from this content and do a plethora of other bosses, basically. With a twisted bow I can kill lots of things, but that is 89, so I can now attempt to boost. So here we are, attempting a boost, and I've sped this clip up because it's extraordinarily long and tedious, and I can't begin to describe how much I don't want to do this. So I'm not going to show you any more than, this one boost that's about to come up that I will do, but it's horrendous. You might, if you're lucky, get 1 amethyst on a boost. You might maybe get 2. There's also quite a high chance that you'll only get, you'll get none. That happened a few times. And so in order to get 1 inventory full, which makes 390 amethyst arrows, which will not last long at all, it took me about an hour of this. So I immediately decided, after 1 inventory, I was like, I'm going to stop. I know other people have got like 1 or 2k amethyst arrows and they're happy with that at 89 mining, but that was not an option to me. Like, I could just spend 1 more day. I mean, it was 2 days because it was back into the weekdays and I was having to work. But I spent 2 more evenings basically getting to 90 mining just so that I could avoid this hell of getting 1 or none or maybe 3 in a very rare situation. But that happened a lot, So we went back to mining and we made quite a lot of progress. So I will show you, I'm just making the 405 amethyst arrows, because an inventory of 26 would have been 390. On my last boost I actually had it run over a little bit, so I dropped one and then mined one more, and you know, it was like 27. It became 405 arrows. But this will not last me long. I did try them out at raids and they were very positive, but you know. So this clip is me at like 1 AM in the morning, and I am just grinding my way towards 90 mining. And I look over and suddenly I see that message, that like the fabled message that I haven't seen from skilling on any account up until this date. So here we go, we're gonna get this pet insured, and then once we've done that, we're gonna see if we can work out what colour we want to keep it. And I've got some really cheap ores there. I didn't really want to chuck a 13k rune ore at it because, you know, everyone does that. And so I looked through a couple of others, but I turned it gold. I turned it silver immediately here, but I did turn it gold for a little while. But I have another plan. That's something that I've been keeping my eye on, and so I will sort that out later in the video. So again, I'm trying to rush this 90 mining, and this was a desperate day. So I was trying to do 6 hours mining in like an evening. I believe this was like Monday evening. It could have been a Sunday, but I believe it was Monday evening. It's very hard to remember now. It was a blur. But I'm collecting a full sack again at Blast Mine, and it got me quite a lot of XP, just about 170k XP there. But let's see how much all this ore is worth with the new kind of increased total level. So yeah, 2.45 mil is really quite significant. That's the best one I've had so far. And then we're going to check one more time. I'm 160 something k from a level, and we didn't quite get it. So yeah, we've got to do what, 18k more mining at Motherlode Mine. That's not too bad. It was a very late night, I have to say that much. I was desperate to get to bed actually at the end of it, and only about 2 mil worth in loot there, so it was a lot less RNG. But I only have about 200 dynamite left now, maybe about 100, oh yeah, just under 200, and that's not enough. That's not even close to being enough to fill a sack, so I am going to wait till I get more from raids, and most of my mining training will be done at Motherlode Mine from here on out. I can't really be bothered to buy the dynamite. It's very expensive, and I believe quite time consuming to buy. Now here we are, this is the fabled bit, 91 XP to go, 29, and there it is, 90 mining. That is a huge achievement if you ask me. You know, I squeezed out 100 hours in a week where I worked 40 hours that week, you know. It's something like that anyway. So I think like 60 hours in a week where I worked 40 hours. So yeah, 100 hours of that week of like working and RuneScape. It was a lot, it was an awful lot, and I was very tired. But I think it was worth it. We've still got quite a lot of XP to go till 92, but I will be slowly doing that through AFKing, to be honest, because the sooner I can not boost, in fact, to do amethyst arrows, the sooner the better. I really, really don't enjoy the boosting aspect of RuneScape. Sometimes it's got to be done. I ended up making about 2.7k amethyst arrows from this to hopefully last me a bunch of raids, which you are now going to see the fruits of the labour, basically. So what I can also say is that I did a lot of raids this week. I started the week on raids, kill count 221, and there we go, we're like the first items 233, and to some other guy he very luckily got the dragon claws, so congrats to him. So here we are, we're doing a little 4-man, and it's with my best mate Tim, and 2 like Iron Men from the Iron Mechman CC, and they're both pretty competent raiders. So yeah, Kabumi went and got his Twisted Buckler on my 256th raid. So that's a unique for him, so very, very lucky, and it's quite a useful item. People seem to think that the Twisted Buckler is useless, but it actually has some pretty great niche uses, alongside being usable in raids with crossbows, if that's the way you want to do it. And then here we go, so this was actually today, so this was Saturday, and this was the morning for me, and we see this guy Nihilism, who is a max player, so fair to play to him. He kind of deserves it, but he went and sniped a Twisted Bow, and I do say sniped, he did have lower points than some of the people in the raid, but congratulations to him. He just got himself 1.12 bill in twisted bow, but he did say he's going to keep it, and I saw him in a couple of raids later on using it. So yeah, congrats to him. Now, I can't remember what kill count this is, but it's me, Tim, and Royan. And Royan gets the drop. He gets an Arcane Prayer Scroll. So that's a dupe for him, apparently. Not so lucky. So before we see the next clip, I should point out that Tim the Great 4 is a very good friend of mine, and he's done a lot of raids with me. He's put up with, you know, a lot of me being like, oh, let's raid, and then being rubbish or tired and dying. You know, we have our little tiffs, but it's all love. But anyway, he is 250 raids dry. He has had an Arcane Prayer Scroll in that time, and here he finally gets a Kodai Insignia. So his morale was getting really low. I hope he's okay with me saying this. I'm sure he will be. But he was considering like putting raids down for a while, you know. So for him to finally get something of quite significant value, that was really helpful to me, and you know, hopefully very helpful to him. It turns out Kodai's dropped very significantly since I got mine, and so it's only worth about 80 mil now, roughly. But that's still very nice loot, and I think Tim went and sold it and bought himself an Ancestral top. So a nice little upgrade for him, because he's a normie. But yeah, it was a good day. It was a good way to end the raiding day. We did a lot of raids today. I think I've done... So I started the week on 221, and I'm at 268 or thereabouts now. So it's a lot of raids in 1 week, plus the mining. Now, this clue is a master clue that I had saved up from an elite that I'd got from raids. I'd got the hard from mining, and then I went and got a med and... oh no, they were all from mining again, actually. Yeah, all of them were from mining again, I've just realised. But it was to burn a redwood log, and that's a disgusting grind. That's another 2 weeks, if you ask me. So I dropped it straight away. I couldn't be bothered. But luckily, I did actually have another second master banked. And that master ended up taking me to this area. So it's the Myra Ditch area. And this was one of the things I've been planning to do. You can see I've got my rock column here. It was kind of convenient that it asked me to go here. And I saw somebody with this straight after and had to ask what this colour was. And he said it was dial, which is from this Myra Ditch area. And so you come to this little mine, you know, to do your kind of manual labour. And you can get these ores. And it looks fantastic. The skin colour matches, you know, and the purple kind of graceful. It's all very fashionscape together. So I'm really pleased with that. And what I didn't realise is that to do that master clue, what I needed to do was finish mining the 15 ore, stick it in the thing, and then they put me right next to where I do the clue. So stupidly, I teleported out, and I have to run back and do it again. But you may notice there I forgot any weapons to try and kill the monsters that I will inevitably encounter whilst doing the clue. Skipping ahead, we finally got the casket for that clue. I was starting to wonder if I would actually get the casket. But we did get that casket for the second master, and we'll soon open it up. But I can't open it whilst I'm in this tuxedo time. I can't teleport. This was an annoying clue. I got sent all over RuneScape. I needed a lot of different items, and just... honestly, I was doing this at Saturday afternoon between 8 and 10 PM. So these 2 master clue scores, they took me like an hour and a half, roughly, to realise I couldn't do the first one, and then start doing the second one. It took a long time, and I'm trying to just get 2 final clips for you for the video. You know, like if it were up to me, I probably wouldn't do the clues. I'm really lazy about clues, but here we go. Master, let's see what we get. Yeah, so that's how I'm finishing this week. You know, it was a good week. We got 90 mining. We got the rock golem pet, which is awesome. My first skiller pet ever. Unbelievably. I don't know how I've made it this far without getting a skilling pet. But yeah, it's come in. And so a terrible master loot, I guess, is okay. But anyway, that's it for me for this bi-weekly video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on RuneScape. If you see me, feel free to say hey. You know, I like saying hey to everyone. And yeah, just have a good one, and good luck to you all. Take it easy. I'll see you on RuneScape. Peace.